Hello viewers, I'm Kausalya. Today we are going to solve example problems in chapter Coordinate Geometry. Example 9. The problem is find the ratio in which the y-axis divides the line segment joining the points. So here there are 2 points, right? So one is this 5, minus 6 and the other point is minus 1, minus 4. Now you see this is a line segment. Here, y-axis divides the line segment, right? So this line segment is divided by our, this is divided by our y-axis. Now, we have to find the point of intersection, right, of the y-axis with this line segment. I hope you understand the problem, right? This is the line segment and y-axis divides the line segment. We have to find the point of intersection. And you see, here in this problem, the ratio of intersection is not given. Usually, we will denote the ratio as m is to n, right? There will be some numbers given, some 2 is to 3, something like that. But here, the ratio of intersection is not given, but they are expecting us to find the point of intersection, right? So, we are assuming by ourselves that the ratio is k is to 1, right? That is, this stands for m and this stands for n. So this is the basic concept. If the ratio is not given, we have to go by this assumption. Next, as usual, the formula is given by, right? So what is the basic formula? The basic formula which we know is, this is nothing but, let me write it here. So this is given by m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2 and again m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2, right? This is the formula. So here in this case, you see this k is to 1 denotes m and n, and here this 5 comma 6, here I have written, right? 5 comma minus 6 is x1 y1 and minus 1 minus 4 denotes x2 y2, right? So now I am going to substitute these 3 values in this formula, right? So m1, what is m1? Our m1 is k. So k into x2 is minus 1, right? Plus what is m2? Sorry, here it is m1, m2. I have written as m is 10, sorry. So here m2 is 1. 1 into what is x1? It is 5 divided by m1 plus m2. So here it is k plus 1. So this is what written here, right? Even no need of this formula. You can write this basic formula and you can substitute the terms over that. And now the next thing is m1 y2. So m1 is k. So k into minus 4, right? K into minus 4 plus m2 y1. Here m2 is 1 and y1 is minus 6. So here it is 1 into minus 6 divided by k plus 1. So now k into minus 1 is minus k plus 5 divided by k plus 1. And here it is minus 4k minus 6 divided by k plus 1. Right. So these are all the coordinates. Now it is clearly given that you see the point lies on the y-axis. Whenever a point lies on the y-axis, what about its x-coordinate? It is obviously 0. That is, for example, you see, we are assuming a point over here. So over this point, you see the value of x will be 0 because it is on y-axis, right? So 0, some value, just like this. So the same way, since the point lies on y-axis, you see this represents my x-coordinate and this represents my y-coordinate. So the value of x-coordinate is 0. That is, the value of abscissa is 0. So I am equating this part to 0. So here it is minus k plus 5 by k plus 1 equal to 0. So when I move this k plus 1 to this side, 0 multiplied by any number is 0. And finally, the value of k is 5. So what is the ratio we have assumed? The ratio is taken as k is to 1. So here the ratio is 5 is to 1. But what we actually need? We need point of intersection, right? That is, I need the value of the coordinates of this point, okay? Here this is origin, not over here, somewhere, okay? Either above or below, right? So don't assume this as origin, right? Sorry, you can take point anywhere, okay? Among these points, let this be the point. I have assumed, Unknowingly I consider this as, just now I said this as origin, not like that, right? So here you see the point of intersection is given by this value, right? It is 5:1. The value of k is 5. So here again the value on y-axis is 0, comma this term, right? Now I am going to substitute the value of k over here. When you substitute the value of k as 5, you see this is how our expression is. Minus 4 into k minus 6 divided by k plus 1. So in the place of k, I am substituting 5. So minus 4 into 5 is minus 20, right? Minus 20 minus 6 gives minus 26. Whole divided by the 5 plus 1 is 6. So once you cancel 26 and 6 by 2, you get the answer as minus, that is 13 by 3. So the point of intersection is 0, comma minus 13 by 3, right? Next we proceed with problem number 10. If the points A, B, C, D are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order. So, taken in order is you should always come by this way, right? A, B, C, D. You should not change A, C. That is, you should not change the order, right? It should be taken as it is given in the problem. So, find the value of P. You should calculate what is the value of P. So, first draw a parallelogram, right? And here the values are given, right? A, B, C, D. And write down the values also. So from this you have to find the value of P, right? So regarding a parallelogram, we know that the diagonals bisect each other. So you see AC is one diagonal and BD is one diagonal. So they intersect at a point, and this point is said to be the midpoint of the line AC as well as midpoint of the line BD. Therefore you see midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. So here I am writing the values, right? This is A and C, this is B and D. So respectively take the values as x1, y1, x2, y2. So what is the midpoint formula? The midpoint is given by x1 plus x2 by 2, and here it is y1 plus y2 by 2. So here x1 is 6 and here x2 is 9. So 6 plus 9 by 2 and again 1 plus 4 by 2. And similarly here 8 plus p by 2 and 2 plus 3 by 2. So once you simplify here, you see 6 plus 9 gives 15. So 15 by 2, comma 5 by 2, and here it is 8 plus p by 2, comma 5 by 2. And here we are expected to find the value of p, right? You see, when you notice, you see this represents xy and this represents xy. You see the value of y coordinates are equal. Right, the same way the value of x coordinates are also equal. So once you equate, 15 by 2 is equal to 8 plus p by 2. And here these two get cancelled. Therefore 15 equal to 8 plus p. I want to calculate p. So I am moving, you can write this step next to this. So I need only p. So I am moving this 8 to the left hand side. So 15 minus 8 gives you 7. Therefore the value of p is 7. Right. Now we proceed with the next problem. Problem 11, right? This is example 11. So this is my example 11. Find the area of the triangle whose vertices are given. So a triangle, as we all know, it has 3 vertices, right? So the value of these 3 vertices are given. We have to find the area, right? So area of the triangle is given by this formula when the coordinates are given. So it is half x1 of y2 minus y3 plus x2 of y3 minus y1 plus x3 of y1 minus y2, right? So remembering the formula is very easy. So you see here we have x, okay, x1, x2, x3. And here as it is 1, so the next number is 2. So here it is y2 minus y3. And you see here I have 2. So the number which is next to 2 is 3. So here it is y3 minus y1. And here I have 3. It has only 3 vertices, right? Therefore after 3 we move to 1. So here it is y1 minus y2. Now here just substitute the values over here, right? This is A represents x1, y1, B represents x2, y2, and C represents x3, y3. So now just substitute the values over here in this formula, right? Once you substitute the values, you see 6 minus of minus 5 becomes 6 plus 5, which is written here. Similarly, minus 5 minus into minus becomes plus. So minus 5 plus 1. right? And this minus 4 is here. You see, plus into minus is minus. So here it is minus 4. And the next one is minus 1 minus 6 is minus 7. And here again plus into minus becomes minus. So here it is minus 3. Now we are going to simplify this. So 6 plus 5 is 11. Right? What is minus 5 plus 1? It is minus 4. And here minus 3 into minus 7 is plus 21. Again you see 11 minus 4 into minus 4 gives you plus 16. So 11 plus 16 plus 21. Once you add, you get the answer as 48. And 48 divided by 2 is given by 24 square units. Right. So that's all in this video. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.